So hey, yeah, we're back out fishing. Yeah, can't get any more excitable than that, I'm afraid. I was quite happy being indoors, to be honest, doing me key work and roll in the morning for a couple of hours, doing me caretaking, opening the school up for all the kiddies. But yeah, we're allowed out now, so here I am to do some fishing. I've had to drag myself off the sofa. It wasn't until I'd loaded the van up and everything and had to sleep because the alarm on the van was going off last night at 4 in the morning, and obviously that sort of like affects your sleep, doesn't it? When you have to get up at 6:30 to get into work. Well, be into work for 6:30. So yeah, tired. Anyhow, by the time I got my bait out and stuck into me bait bag, I was feeling more like it. Anyhow, enough of that drivel. We're here. I'm going to have to fish. It's a bit windy today. I'm behind this van. I'm going to have to fish more often down the Humber, I think, at the moment. One, because it's a lot safer, in my view. It's a lot safer. You're in a bay. You don't get hassled. People will stop and talk to you in your car behind me. And that's about it, really. So this is a lot better for me to fish here, so that I'm social distancing, than going on a beach. I don't mean I'm not going to go on a beach. We'll have to just see how the next few weeks pan out, but there could be another second spike and we're back into lockdown. So get a few fishing trips. I'm going to go to East Halton as well. It's a bit further along the river, it's a bit further up the river, and give that a go. So it's somewhere different. I don't want to bore you, keep fishing in the same places, but it's the closest place for me to. The sun's come out again. It's the closest place really for me to come and fish, as you know. I've said many times. Probably too many times. So yep. Well, I've got a rod rest, a bit windy, because you know the last 2 or 3 weeks has been really nice with barbecues and everything, isn't it? Boris gets us out of lockdown on the week when the tides on the Humber are a little bit bad timing for me, let's say. Still high tide and I can still fish, so it's alright. But high tide tonight is 11:45, and my alarm will be going off in the morning at 5:30 on my phone to wake me up to go to work. So you've just got to do it, haven't you? You've just got to do the best you can do. So tides get better as the week go on. I shall go fishing again if we're not back into lockdown, and get another trip in. I shall probably go down that end of the river next time. I just want to come back to 28. It's my favourite bay, as you know, and whether I catch anything or not, it's lovely. There's a nice boat just gone out. I'm back here again. It's a nice blue big sky, and the sun's gone in again. It's bloody freezing. We've got a northeasterly wind blowing, which is straight into me face, but I'm sure it'll all get better as the week go on. It's just you can't get an inshore weather forecast. I think they only do it like 24 or 36 hours in advance. So I'm gonna be targeting flounders today. I don't think there'll be any coddling about, but you never know. I wouldn't have thought so. I did in the last video when I catch a coddler, and if you waited the video out to the end, that's when I catch me coddling. So last cast, well, it wasn't last cast, it was last reel in and got it. So let's hope we get some. Like I say, I'm going to be targeting flounder. I don't know what else will be in this river. I only ever catch flounder, dab, and very few dab. Flounder and codling and whiting, really, but I'm sure there's other fish here. You know, there's better fishermen out there that can catch better fish than I can. So anyhow, There we go. Good old 28. I've got a tripod up there. I've got another tripod to go down. This tripod last time I was out broke. I've had to cut about an inch off. 40 mil say, and it's made this leg shorter, but it's pushed back on and it's fixed, so it's good. Gonna fish me leader. You've seen this rod before. Gonna fish me leader Icon 120 FS. It's an old reel rod. Sorry about the wind. It's an old rod, but I'm gonna take that over the side and fish over the side. Anyhow, I'm going to be fishing that leader Icon with the leader reel. I've got people in Bay 27 now. There's 3 people fishing, so I'm going to get set up and get over the side and start fishing. And I'll talk to you again when I'm over there. But this wind feels as though it's dropped a bit, so I may change my van around so it's pointing in that direction. Have to wait and see, won't we? Anyhow, back in a bit. Very windy. You'll be able to hear the wind. It's first day back fishing, and the conditions aren't brilliant, but it's just the way it is. It's a total problem place of fishing for this. Like I say, if you didn't hear me back then, it's first day back fishing, and these are the conditions. It's just a shame the wind's blowing into the face, but I don't think anywhere where I'd go to fish on our coast it'd be like this. So it's just nice being out into it. It's lovely fresh air. Boats are coming out, obviously got deliveries, probably bringing us PPE, aren't they? So there you go. What is today? It's the 13th of May. I meant to say that. Obviously it's the 13th of May because it's the first day we're allowed to go fishing. I'd like to thank everybody for getting me past 1,000 subscribers. I've already done a thank you video. It's much appreciated. I had 6 videos in hand, and I thought I might get to 1,000 with them 6 videos, but I did it before, so it's all much appreciated. I thank everybody that has subscribed to me, that comments. All my people who comment, I always answer. It's good to have a chat, innit? Let's just keep it rolling. Let's just keep getting the subscribers up. Subscribers at this moment in time, I don't know what it is, but whether it's YouTube or whatever, but the subscribers are slowed down a little bit, but they're still going up. It's a bit of a drug, doesn't it, these videos? You see yourself succeeding and getting more subscribers and more views and stuff, and you just want to do more, don't you? You just want to just improve, really, but I don't think there's a lot that I can improve on, to be honest, apart from the fishing, catching fish. But I am who I am, you know, I waffle on. a forage for lead weights, and there isn't any, which is good, and probably means that whoever was fishing here yesterday when they shouldn't have been probably cleared them all up, didn't they? Or on the positive side, because nobody's been here for the past 7 to 8 weeks fishing, they've all washed away. Mind you, the video that's uploaded now, it's just gone live a few minutes ago. That was the Sunday. Yeah, Sunday before the lockdown. 22nd, whatever it was. And then on the Monday, Boris announced that we were shutting the country down and going into lockdown. And I'd already planned to come fishing here on the Tuesday. So all day Tuesday I was in a dilemma, like, oh Christ, what do I do? Because you'd got it in your head that you was coming fishing. But in the end, I didn't come. And the reason I didn't come is because if I'd broken down in my van, touch wood, that didn't happen, you're then putting someone else at risk, aren't you, to come out and rescue you. So I never fished. That Monday I could have fished, but I had a job to do, and when I got to do the job was off. So due to this bloody disease that's going around at the minute, so because that was off, that got called off. That balls my day up, really. I could have gone fishing, but there I crammed in quite a few videos before the lockdown. I got 2 in the week before, which was at Mog's Iron at the river, I think, and then I had 3. I had Trunch Lane, which was absolute nightmare, and 2 sessions down the river. Last one just gone up tonight, this Wednesday. Well, the weight's holding bottom. Ain't cast out far, I've only chucked that about 30 yards. Like I say, I'm fishing bay 28. I can see a chap right down in bays 20, 21, down that way, possibly bay 19. He's just walked down to the coastline, to the water's edge. He's fishing down there, so there's people fishing along there. Bay 27 with 3 in it. There's a chap right down there. You won't see him with this, but I can, because I've got eyes like a bat. Well, they ain't got good eyes, have they? I've got eyes like a rabbit. There you go, eating a plate of carrots. So we've got another boat going out. Got another boat going out. I can't read what that says. We've got a boat going out there and a grey one right out there. So since I've been here, 3 boats have gone out. So that just goes to show how much stuff they're bringing in. I presume they're not all cars like they normally are. They must be bringing different stuff in now that's warranted, you know. Nobody needs a car at the minute, do they? So anyhow, the rod, no action on that, it's just bobbling up and down in the wind. The only trouble is using this fishing rod is when I get my Shakespeares out, because they're a lot longer, your timing for casting goes all out, you know. It's a bit ad hoc, it's a bit hit and miss, but I'm now fixing the other rod. I've had 7 or 8 weeks of lockdown to repair my rod, and I haven't fixed it ever. I ain't comfy. Oh, you don't know what you're laying on. So yeah. That should shelter the wind a little bit. It's just going to be a session where there's a bit of wind noise on it. I'm ever so sorry. I hope it don't stop people from viewing. My typical day, I'll have my breakfast, I'll watch Minder, because I like watching the old telly, because I am old. And then I'll mosey on out in the garage, sit on my anvil, and look at my fishing gear, and think, what can I do now? Everything's sorted, so you'd start looking at stuff. But I've been doing some other videos, as you know. I've got some other videos banked, but they aren't fishing videos, they're to do with fishing. I'm doing one at the minute where I'm fixing my rod, like I just said. I think replacing the eye in the shotgun video, where I got a shock and dropped my rod. I'm now repairing that. And pick the wife up if she's at work. If not, we have a tea, and then at about 9:15, when we need to go out shopping, we go out shopping. We go to Lidl's and get a week's shop. We walk into the shop. If there's 5 people in the shop at 9:15, there might be 6. You know, there's no one in at the time we leave and let everyone go past us. Shop's empty and they want to be kicking us out, but that's when we go shopping. It's dead. Don't have to queue up. So that's a day in the life of Verns fishing at the minute. It's been alright, I've enjoyed it. I ain't done any decorating because I forgot to buy some paint. I ain't lost any weight. I've probably put some on. But that's life, isn't it? That's the way it is. When I was 30, I'd be out running, doing all sorts. But I've got a bad hip. Sometimes my knee flares up from when I was carpet fitting. Sometimes it's hard to go running. Can't afford to join the gym, and the gyms are shut anyhow, aren't they? So best exercise is probably jogging, isn't it? So that's how I always used to lose my weight. But I'm going to have to lose some, get a bit fitter. And yeah, I've dribbled on enough now. The light's going a little, and it's just great looking at the scenery. I'll just show you the scenery. Don't know how much you'll see. Like I say, it's the 13th of May. Yesterday was the 12th of May, because that goes after the 4/13, doesn't it? And that was my birthday. I was 52. And what an experience that was on lockdown. That's what it is though, isn't it? So it's 13th today. Jesus Christ, that bloke's just yanked his rod back, and I think he snagged it, and now he's got his stuff. Of course, that must have come up and nearly hit him. Why would you pull your rod back like that? Anyhow, where am I? 13th of May, yeah. First day's fishing. You know I'm in Bay 28 because I did a video up the top. It's a 5.9 metre tide. North-northeasterly wind. It's supposed to be getting slightly less as the night goes on. So yeah, bait that I'm using today is I've got some old lugworm. Blokes are looking at me, sorry. I've got some old lugworm, which is the black leathery stuff. I've got some new stuff. I'm going to go this week and buy some more, I think. I've got some squid, what I'm using now. I've got a mackerel. I've got some razor clams. And I've got that half a pack of sand eel. So I've got a little bit of bait I can mix up. I'm using them sand eels to get rid of them, but first day back fishing, isn't it? I mean, my videos aren't the most productive in fish catching, but then it is a long trek for me to get anywhere to fish. I guess other people that fish down and they live in the town and whatever, and they live on top of, like I used to in Galston, when I used to do Galston, you can go out fishing nearly every night, can't you? And if you blank 4 nights and catching 2, you got a video there, haven't you? So it always looks as though you're catching fish. But me, I apologise now. There's not many fish caught in my videos, but I do catch. I can only catch what's in front of me. And if I'm here for a whole trip which involves travelling, diesel, mileage, time, and I don't catch, I apologise. But it's, again, as I've always said, it's a video of my fishing trip from the moment I turn up here to the moment I go. As far as he cast, not very. But he ain't casting it any further than me. And he's got a 15-foot rod. So there you go. Do you need a 15-foot rod? No, you don't. Get a 12-foot rod if you're just going to thump it out of a head. No point at all. No, he's coming over now. He's going to fish over. I quite like it when it's summertime and it's daylight. I like coming over the side here and fishing. Winter time or at night time, I don't like doing it. Don't mean that I shan't do it. Just not used to doing it really. So yeah, so you now know what bait I'm using, where I am, what day it is for definite. I'm sure I've said it before. Apologise if I've said it, but what am I going to talk about? I've got nothing to talk about because I ain't catching a fish, am I? A little bit paranoid also that there's 3 people up there watching me filming, but they aren't looking over here yet. But anyhow, that's my problem, isn't it? Just got to get over it, ain't you? So I've just cast it out. You've just seen me cast it out, hopefully. It's gone about 30-35 yards, 40 at a push, and the bottom hook had a tiny sliver of squid on it. It had been picked off, and the top hook still had squid on it, so baited up again. That's interesting. When I cast that the first cast out, the weight held bottom. Now it's swinging round, so it's just the way it is, isn't it? I'll have to reel it in a bit. Yeah, 5.9 metre tide, and that's at 11:42, I think it is. I shall fish up to there and an hour past, and then I think I'll pack up. I think I'll then come back here on Sunday, right? Of course, that's really swung round. I'm going to have to get that in and chuck it back out. Why is that? How can that in 2 minutes? How can that happen? Obviously, the weight didn't get settled down, did it? Watching my rod, sorry. But at least I'm out, innit? I'm not just sat in my van filming, so I'm just sat in my van, so you just got this face and you're looking at this face all the time. At least you get to see out. Look, there's another DFDS boot gone out there, look. I don't know if you can see that. There's a boot coming in as well. That'll have face masks on and aprons and everything for the government. That'll be alright. That'll keep Piers Morgan quiet, hopefully. God, he don't shut up, does he? So I'm hoping that you're getting this sound and it isn't all wind. That's swung round quite a lot, that is. I might have to sort that out. But yeah, now look, I do a lot of travelling. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, like I say, shield's in my hand now. I do a lot of travelling to my fishing marks. I do like fishing beaches and different places, but at this moment in time with the coronavirus, it's probably best not to. I can come here and you're isolated here because nobody else can come in the bay. They used to ask, but I haven't had it just lately, and I don't think they would do now because they'll get told to do one. But I shall go further down at East Hull, and I shall go down that way as well and probably fish at Yellow Cross and fish bays 18, 19 down that way. I haven't done a video down there, but I'm hoping that we get some nice weather, because here I am again. I've finished filming my last video before lockdown in the wind, and here I am back again in the wind again. It's just that you don't get to pick your days at the minute. You've just got to go out and get them, because we've been locked down again, couldn't we? And I'll not get any videos done. I'll try and catch flounder today. See if we can get a flounder. Dab. I don't know if you can catch bass in this river. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments below, will you? I've never caught a bass in this river. I've only ever caught bass off the beach. So yeah, if you catch bass in here, or please tell me you don't catch dogfish in here, because if you catch dogfish in there, I've never caught a dogfish in my life. So there can't be dogfish in this river. If someone's watching this, if you could put in the comments below what you've caught, or what you know for other people that you know that have caught, let me know what you're catching here, because it might just give me a little bit of hope. Anyhow, I'll be back in a bit. No, yeah, I'm going to put this down and I'm going to reel that rod in, because it's right round. I'll turn this light off. It's not too bad at all. It's just gone to like 10-2 on the big rock face, you know. I'll show you up there while I'm here. See this here? This is the sea protection. See the angle of it, can't you? You know, that's the angle. But yeah, that's it. This is like it's like tar or something. You can see where they've poured it. It's like a volcanic lava into it, how they poured it on. But what they've done is they've bedded the bricks in and then poured this black rubber stuff over it. Anyhow, I'll bring you, I ain't going to bring you back. Look, I had a chat with someone about this. Fish Hunter says bring you back, and he also says in a bit, and I've always said back in a bit, and because I watch quite a bit of Fish Hunter, I doubt if he watched much of mine. But you check Fish Hunter out. It's a good channel. He don't need me to give him a shout out. He's at 3,000 odd subscribers. Gets loads of views. he doesn't need any assistance from me. But yeah, check him out, he's a good lad. He's a bit of a character, but I like him. He does a good video. And yeah, he says bring you back and all this malarkey. So I say back in a bit. I've always said back in a bit. So I'll be back in a bit. Well, that's another cast out. Nothing wrong with the bait, so I just chucked it out again. Getting a bit of stretch wrap, if you know what that is. Thin plastic, what they wrap around pallets, call it stretch wrap. Getting a bit of that on the line, and don't know if you've seen this, but here, lots of litter and plastic. All here, you know, plastic everywhere. It's not very good. I would say it comes off the boats, I presume, and any industry that's along this river, and it just gets in the water, doesn't it? You can't help it, it blows about. If you're storing pallets that are wrapped up in a yard and they're there for a long while, the sunlight gets to it and degrades it, and it breaks off and flies about in the wind, and it'll get stuck in the water, won't it? It's not all people's, it's not always somebody's fault, unless you want to say it's their fault for storing pallets outside, if that's the problem. But the thing about it is the final issue is all this plastic in the water. I've just reeled that line in, and I had 2 bits of plastic on that. Makes a change from weed. I think this wind's dying a little bit. It's meant to. It's meant to die down a bit. Keeping an eye on this rod tip. I'm watching it like a hawk. I've got to get you a fish, but I'm not putting that much pressure on me. It's raining over there. I would turn it around and show you. You might see it. That big cloud out there. Yeah, this big cloud. Rain. All of a hole. That cloud's obviously filled up to bursting. Yeah. So that tip's bobbing about. I thought I had something knocking on it before, on the cast that I've just reeled in, and I left it out there for a bit longer just to make sure in case it was a flounder, but there was nothing on it at all. It's very, the water sea state, I don't know what it is. It's between slight and moderate, I'd say, but obviously that has a reaction on your fishing line, doesn't it, where it keeps tapping your line and it taps your top of your rod. That's the joys of sea fishing, isn't it? Another joy is the scenery and being there. Normally I'd be on the sofa trawling through eBay looking for something, or going through Veal's catalogue and looking at everything that I haven't got, and certainly a change being here. Stenner lines now going out. I suppose they go to Rotterdam, do they, or somewhere? There is an app on your phone, but I don't know how to use it. I don't even know how to get an app on it. And me Tom. I haven't had me Tom with me, have I? He's the other side of town. Don't get to see him in this lockdown. Anyhow, keep looking at my face there. It's me just now saying, isn't there, that I don't do too much filming, all in the van or in me beach shelter and whatever, and there I am, it's just on me bloody face, isn't it? I know it in, but it's a slight cough that's come back. I think this wind is drying back my throat out. I haven't had a drink. My fingers are getting cold. It's a bit fresh in this wind. It was the other night I had the barbecue on and the fire pit lit. Beautiful night. I think that was the night I celebrated my birthday, really. Certainly didn't celebrate it yesterday. There you go. What do you do? Can't go to the pub, can you? I'm getting used to them up there now. They aren't looking at me then. Their backs are to me, so I suppose that's alright, but I've got my arms stretched out with a torch and with a camera sat on top of it. Right, now this wind has died down, so I presume it's not affecting much, but there ain't much content in this for fishing wise, is there? It's me rattling on. But this is fishing, isn't it? Well, it's my fishing. It don't get much better than this. I think I need to go fishing with Andy Webb, or I don't know, other fishing people. They might teach me something on how to be prolific in catching fish. I don't know. Keep watching the videos. It's not as if I don't know how to fish, because I do know how to fish. I've fished all my life since being a young lad. Certainly ain't having much luck. Sooner or later, sooner we get, well no, don't particularly want to get into politics, do we? Can't the governments go to a big shop somewhere and buy a load of sea fish and just chuck them in the waters and restock them? Couldn't they do that? Or could they alter the catch rates and make the fish have to be bigger on boats as well as shore, so that there's more fish out there? Because if you stuck an extra 2-inch onto a fish, people will soon be mooning, but at least they'll be catching. And then when you do get a fish that's in size, that'll certainly be a good meal then, wouldn't it? An extra 2-inch on any variety. They could even do it in small increments, like 1/2 inch each year, or 10 to 15 mil each year. And for 4 or 5 years until they've got to 50 mil. So at least you can still catch and take one of them if you get one at the right size, but you'll be able to fish get bigger, surely, especially if the boots did it. And then there might be more of a chance for me, little old Vern, catching a fish. Anyhow, I'll be back in a bit. It's getting cold now. You might see me when I'm up top now. I'll see what I mean, where you say it. I don't mean to say it. Anyhow, I'm back up top now. And tide is now kissing the bottom of the sea defence. So in 10 minutes I shall cast out. I won't be able to reel in probably for another 20 minutes, so I might put the kettle on actually and have something to eat. I've got that rod, Shakespeare rod, and I've coupled it up tonight. I've got me spin fishers with me, but tonight I'm using this. It's a, I don't know what it's called, but it's an LJ8000. It's a Chinese reel off eBay, and that cost me £17 delivered. And yes, it is a £17 reel, but it's not a bad reel. It's not, you know, it's not a pen spin fisher, because they are really good. Better than a surf blaster. They are a top-notch reel. The pens are. The not pens in general. The pen spin fisher 6s, absolutely fantastic reel. I very much doubt if I'll ever need to buy another fixed bill unless they break. And then I expect you'll be able to get them serviced. But yeah, I bought that reel, 17 quid off eBay, just to use down at the river before I decided to buy some reels that I do want. And cracking reel. It's not a bad reel. It'll probably last 2-3 years, might last even longer. I would say it will do. But yeah, it's just no fish down below. Like I say, I'm now going to have something to eat, and then I'm going to cast out. Don't know why I'm looking at the top of my rods, because they aren't in the water. So yeah, have something to eat, and then I'll be back and we'll cast out and sort it out. But it is dark. Let's get that down. Wind has died down a little bit. I just said wind's died down, and it then blew a little tiny gust. But got both rods out now. Got squid on both. I've got on the short rod I've got a, oh, my leg's gone. On the short rod I've got, you have to edit that bit out, Tom. On the short rod, the leader rod, I've got a 2-hook flapper, and on the Shakespeare 15-foot rod I've got a 3-hook flapper on with loomy beads from Michael's Sea Fishing. What do they call them ones? Them ones. I've got them in my thing, haven't I? Sea glow beads, look. That's what I'm using. I buy them off Michael's Sea Fishing. Yeah, look, you can see them there. No, you can't, because we've got light on. I buy them off Michael's Sea Fishing. He's the chap that makes them. He is Mr. Sea Glow. Fantastic attractors. I like them a lot because I think the fish will see them. And he's a fellow YouTuber, isn't he? So support him. I mean, if you want to buy other model, you know, other different makes, then buy them. But they're perfectly all right. Good price. You buy them, he sends you them, and they work. So only trouble is, I'm constantly forgetting to charge them up. It's alright in the daytime because they just glow when they hit the water, but I've just casted them out now and I didn't charge them up before I casted them out, so not a lot of point putting them on if you don't charge them up, is there? But they still glow. They still pick up any minute bit of light and they charge up a little bit. Yeah, nothing there. I'll just put you there. Well, that's it. Well, I think after this fishing trip today, I would say tomorrow I'm gonna ache. In the lockdown period, I've got the lights on my rod so I can still see my rod. So if I look there, I'm not thinking, Christ, I don't know what the next word is. I'm actually looking at my rods. But in the lockdown period, I think it was the second week, I went to get in my van and my foot slipped out of the van and I just twisted and sort of like nearly fell on the floor. But I actually fell off out of the van from the step because my foot went in and it slipped off the step. And I went like that and I just jabbed my side and I thought, oh no. Well, the next 3 weeks it was bearable. You could walk around and do stuff, but it was just like a dull toothache constantly. It weren't agony, it was just monotonous. And some days you woke up and it was like throbbing, and then the next day it'd be alright, or in the afternoon it would be alright. I don't know whether that is bite. It's calmed down now, the water as well. It's like a mill pond now. It's really wind's died down, sea state has calmed down. It's bloody brilliant. Anyhow, I slipped out of the van, it hurt my back, and it's 3 weeks. And I think week 5 it started to go away. And then I went and did something yesterday, and I could feel it aching. And we're climbing over that wall and up and down on my step ladders and stuff. My back is now, I can feel it across the lower part of my back, right where your love handles are. You know, if you're old enough to have love handles. And I would say in the morning that's going to ache. So I went fishing a bit back and did 2 days on the trot. No, I didn't. I did a yeah, I did a Friday and a Saturday. That'd be Mog's Eye in the river. And oh, my head, because you're always looking up like that and whatever, my head was like a sack of potatoes. It was, my neck was aching and everything you could. And then the following week I did the Friday at Trunch Lane and Saturday and Sunday here. The last one's been uploaded tonight, and no aches and pains at all. So we're having 8 weeks off, I expect, tomorrow with me back injury and if you can call it that, and a bit of fishing. I'm going to be a bit achy, aren't I? So I think the next time I get out it'll probably be Sunday, because it's good tide. Tide's going down now. I think it'll go down to 5.7 and it's pretty low. You can come here and fish it, it'll be fine, but you'll just have to be over the side a bit more. And I like being up there. I like having my stall set out behind you and put the radio on. And when I come here earlier, when the wind, as you could hear, you must be able to tell the difference now with the wind. It was it's hard work filming when you got the wind. You got something like that. I'm not expecting any fish tonight. I'd love a fish, would love a fish. So I ain't had a blank, but we'll have to wait and see, won't we? I'm not expecting anything. But yeah. YouTube. I'd like to say thank you. I'm sure I said it earlier on, I can't remember, but and I ain't got dementia, but I have got CRS. I didn't really want to tell you all that, but I have got CRS. It's sometimes it's quite bad, but you know, what can you do when you got CRS? It's just one of them inflictions that you have into it. You can't do nothing about it. I'm looking at the rod again. I'm not dazing into the thinking I've got CRS. It's just I'm looking at the rod. For those that don't know what CRS is, it's can't remember shit. That's what the wife keeps telling me. When I say to her, where's my keys? Where's my glasses? Where's my pen? Where's me that? Where to put my scarf? Yeah, case of CRS, can't remember shit. The rod tips are moving about a bit. But yeah, anyhow, yeah, thanks to all my subscribers. I was having a bit of a moan today because I'd got to 1,240. And I'm saying this now, the numbers, so that when I look back at these videos, I can... Oh, I had that then. Because you don't know what you had when you look back at your videos. It's only what you can remember. So I'd like to say so. I had 1,240, and then the next time I looked at it later on in the afternoon when I woke up on the sofa, I had 1,230. So I was driving there and give Tom a quick call, and he said, yeah, as I said, 1,239. So someone had unsubscribed or whatever. But I've just checked my phone now. And because Tom's uploaded the video tonight at 7 o'clock, which was the last video before lockdown. And you want to watch it to the end, because I do catch a fish in this video, and it's a bit of a lifesaver, but I did catch it. Yeah, so I was looking at my video, and it's gone back up to 1,240, which I'm chuffed about. It's always better when it's going up and up and up and up. But I looked at the views of the video, not expecting a great deal. I normally get, when I upload a video, and normally in the first hour I'm roughly about a view a minute, which I'm quite chuffed about because I never used to be. And it's at 477. That's bloody marvellous. Brilliant, isn't it? Thank you very much. Thank you very much for viewing this video. I know when you watch this it's on past tense, it's about a previous video, but thanks a lot. It's that's a new record for me. I think that was 477 views in 3 hours. The last video I had, I think I had 120 or 140, something like that. The last two videos have been a little bit slow. I don't know why. Present climate, I suppose. It's, a lot of people have got a lot on their mind, haven't they? A lot of bad things happening. Not nice things, but I ain't getting into that. I touched on that in the last video, I think. But yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks for all those that have viewed that video. I can say this now, thanking you on that video, because I've actually seen it, so I'm not lying. So yeah, thanks for viewing that video. Thanks to all of those that have subscribed. Ring that ding-a-ling. You've got to ring that bell. You see, if you ring that bell, you'll get a notification of it. But you all must know that anyhow. And keep commenting, because I do enjoy commenting on videos, answering your comments and stuff, and having a bit of a two-way chit-chat. It's quite good. Well, it ain't quite good, I enjoy it. Simple as that. I might drop these rods down. There's still a bit of a gust, and I think it's playing with the tips of these rods. You know why I use these blue Shakespeare rods, because the tip eye at the top is quite large, and it's the same on that leader icon rod. The tip eye is large, The only problem is with these Shakespeare rods is they're very bouncy a bit, and perhaps it's the model that I've got, I don't know. Perhaps another model wouldn't be so bouncy. They do a rough grain rod. Yeah, my lower back is hurting now. If I had my leader icons there, then they wouldn't be moving apart from every time you get a bite. It would register a bite, so you could see it more. The only problem with those rods is that the tip eye is so small, you get a piece of plastic or seaweed on it and it just jams it up, and then your weight gets snagged up. So I don't use them down there, and seems it's the place I always fish. I'm always using these bloody rods. I've got quite a lot of other rods to use because I like to have a bit of a swap around and change about. I think it's change is as good as the rest. Right, so baits today. I've got sand eel wrapped with squid, sand eel wrapped with squid. I've got 3 sand eels to go on that next rod, and I've got some squid. Other baits I've got, I'm limping. I've took some paracetamol for my hip. So that's the sand eels gone. Got razorfish there. I've got mackerel. I don't look like I'm going to get that yet. I've got these rubbish bloody lugworms, which that's the last pack, and they're going to get rid of. And once they're done, I've got some really good lug and some really good black lug, and I'm going to go and get some more from a chap at Chapel St Leonard's. I think his name is Dud. It's either Dud or Doug. And I'm going to pop there. It'll be a drive out, take the wife, get some bait, and then drive home, I suppose. But yeah, so that's the bait I'm using. It's all freshly frozen. It's been blast frozen, so it's fresh bait. Don't use sand eels very often, but I bought them before the lockdown, so I had a freezer full, which I've got a freezer full of bait anyhow. But it's all fresh. It's not old. It's only been, it's the first time it's been defrosted, and yeah. So it's only cost 50p a pack. Sand eels, 50p a pack. They're only small sand eels, but you couldn't go wrong at that. You couldn't not buy them, could you? So I bought them. But I was gonna bring my lugworm and use my lugworm, my good lugworm from Dud, but I want to use it next week when there's a bigger tide. But I've noticed that because there's a larger low water tide and a smaller high water tide, because there's not so much difference between tides, between low and high, there's not so much pull on the river. I am hold and bottom, and that's a first. So perhaps this is a good time to come and fish at the river when the tides are like that. Perhaps there's not so much pull out there, and because it's not roaring in and out so quick. That might be a good idea for when I go down to East Holton and across to the River Humber at Hessel, where I want to fish for soles, and perhaps they're the sort of tides to find to keep my eye open and to go fish those marks then. But that'll have to be a planned fishing trip, not like I want to go fishing and you chuck everything in the van and off I go. I keep casting out also and reeling in and forgetting to turn the camera on. So I'm sorry if you're just looking at my face, because I did say we don't do a lot of that. But there isn't a lot for you to see out there, is there? There's lots of lights lit up, and there's a chap fishing down there. But we turn these lights on there in the van. They're on both. They're on both. What's that like? What does that look like? Don't know what it looks like really. Must see it now. If I go like that. There. These are quite good, these Stanley Fat Max boxes. They're only about 50mm deep, and I've got 3 of these, and they all locate on these marks here, and then you've got these catchers that flick over and click on, and when you stack the one on top of that, it clicks on and holds them both together, so you can have 10 of these all click together and carry 10. You wouldn't want to pick them up, but yeah, got dividers in there. Like this one's for nails, and then I've got one for screws, and then I've got one for washers and electrical fittings and bits and bobs like that. Anything that I might need doing my job is property maintenance. So got half an hour till high tide. Obviously it'd be great if I caught something, but you know me, sometimes I catch, sometimes I don't. This might be a don't catch time, but it's the first fishing trip out of the year, of the year. Feels like it. It's the first fishing trip out since lockdown, and even though lockdown was fine, and I could have done another 6 weeks to be honest, but I don't think the country can. It's absolutely fantastic being out here. I know there's no disco going on, there's no strobe lights, oh nearly went there, no strobe lights or anything, or a party or alcohol because we're driving, but it's just nice being there fishing. I think I'm actually missing going to the pub. I do enjoy going to the pub. It's quite nice, sort of like thinking, right, I finished work today, and then just walking downtown and popping into the pub for 2 or 3 pints, and then the wife comes from work, there's a gin waiting for us, double gin, and then we have something to eat and then walk them. It's not like going out into the city and having a drink, but it's a chat. It's just it's just a change, but it's going to be hard work for pubs, isn't it, with all this lockdown, because they aren't going to even be possibly opening up until July, and that's if its R value goes right. If the R value creeps up, then we'll all be in lockdown again, which is why I'm here tonight really, because it could be in lockdown by weekend if it goes tits up, couldn't we? But it's beautiful. As a matter of fact, the night has got better. It's are you watching them rods for me? Because I aren't, am I? I think I might have something on that blue one. Well, as I was saying, that might just be, you keep an eye on it for me anyhow, it might just be a case of the little gusts of wind. My back is hurting. I think this is the first thing I've done that's strenuous for the last 8 weeks. But yeah, it's great being out, isn't it? For you lot that ain't got out fishing yet, get yourself out there and find a quiet spot, get some fishing in, because it's not just about the fishing, is it? It's about being there. It's about feeling that sea breeze, isn't it? I'm only kidding, I ain't got the children and the wife with me. So yeah, it's about being there, isn't it? It's You can't see a lot here in the dark, but there's certainly plenty of coloured lights, so you know there's boats and stuff, and there's another boat sailing out here now. But yeah, it's just nice. Oh, my back. That might be moving, that rod, mightn't it? I think there's crabs out there, to be honest, because a lot of the baits are coming back, especially on the bottom hook, are coming back nibbled. So I just the squid and sand eel wraps that I showed you over there, I did for this rod when I reeled in, but the baits weren't too bad apart from the bottom one, so I just tipped them off with squid again. So that free hook flapper with 2 wool hooks on, I believe, mustard ultra points, that's it's just got squid bait on. And I think there's crabs out there nibbling at that. Yeah, but yeah, like I was saying, if anybody knows what species are caught in this river, hardcore, you might know, or anybody that's watching this, Lee Taylor, if you know, just tell me on this in the comments, will you, what there is. I mean, I've caught just the mundane fish, you know, whiting, codling, dabs, flounder, and that's about it. I've never caught anything else in this river. On the beaches, all I've ever caught is those fish, and I've caught a weaver fish, that was in the Lake District. I've also caught bass in Norfolk, and I've caught bass in the Lake District, and I've caught my best fish I've ever caught, and it was only a small dinner sized plate, but I caught myself a turbot. That was the best fish I've ever caught. I don't even know if I've ever caught a place. I might have done down in Yarmouth years ago. Oh, and I've caught eels, but then they're only little bootlace eels, because an eel ain't just an eel, is it? They're you got to have the right terminology for them, ain't you? So I caught a little diddy one. I caught 2 of them. Don't ever want to catch another one again, it just wrecks your rig. But yeah, let me know what's in this river, will you, in the comments, if you get this far in this video. That'd be interesting to know, because I was watching Jimmy Willis. I watch his channel, I subscribe to him, and he's always fishing, league fishing, doing the Southern League and stuff like that. But he came up to the EUBC this year, and he caught a turbot off the coast up at Easington, I think he was, or wherever he was. It was Easington or Wivensea. I think it was Easington he was fishing, down that way anyhow, and he caught a turbot down there, so I didn't even think they were there either. So that's given me a bit of interest and goodwill that I might actually go there, and I've got a possibility of catching a turbot there. So it's nice to know that those fish are there. I think summertime, when smooth hands come in, I think I shall try and have a go for one of them, and obviously everyone catches dogfish apart from me. You would love to catch a dogfish. Are they in our waters up here? I've never caught one, so I don't know. If you know, stick it in the comments. Just let me know, so I know that I ain't, that I might have a chance of getting one. That's all. Thanks a lot, and thanks for your time. I apologise for limping, and in my back here where I injured myself is hurting, and on top of that my hip is going. I think I need a new hip. It's quite bad really, isn't it? You're 52, been fit all your life, and as soon as you hit this certain age your DNA just goes, right, we're switching that off, that hip ain't going to work properly, so we'll switch that off, that's wearing out. Then your knee goes, so we'll switch that off. You're just buggered, aren't you? 1/4 hour to high tide. So, 1/4 hour to high tide. I weren't anticipating catching anything, but we've got the tide going down. We're not going to get much time fishing after high tide. Might get an hour. I could then jump over the side, take the rod rest down and one rod down, pack one rod away and fish down there for the tide going out, and I could probably fish till what time? 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and then you start pulling it in over the mud. But then by the time I pack up and get home it'll be 3 o'clock, and then jump in the shower, put all my gear away, jump in the shower, get in bed. I'll probably have 2 hours, sleep through my alarm and be late for work. There'll be teachers and TAs, children all outside the school waiting to get in because I ain't undone it. So I ain't doing that. So I shall probably fish an hour down from high tide and call it for the night. It's been nice. It's nice here. I don't know, the wind is totally gone, and it's pleasurable. It's lovely. You can hear the water. You can't hear that on your sofa, can you? There's a bit of wind. Van must be. The wind, has it changed direction? There's still some boats in there, you know. I can see there's probably been about 12 boats go out, a couple coming in, and there's, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can see 5 boats down there, I'm sure I can. I can definitely see 4. It's just whether that 5th boat's a silo or something, or a boat, but it looks a boat to me. So there's no end of boats coming in and out of here. It's a busy port, if you call it a port. Right, those people in Bay 27, they're gone. They're now driving off. It's now coming up to high tide. It's flat calm, and like I say, with it being a high low water and a low high water, there's not very much pull on my line. It's pretty much holding bottom. So I don't understand really why they're gone, because if there is any flatfish out there, as soon as it goes past high water, then it's a possibility of catching them. So but they're gone. So perhaps they know something I don't. Perhaps I don't know, and they do. But yep, they're gone. I'm the only one on here now. I was going to leave here on the way home and pop to East Halton and check that out, but there's a huge lot, from what I can remember, once you get through the village, there's a huge long road which is pretty much single track to the, and bit scary, that road, to be honest. So I think I'll do that during the day. I'll go home, look at that on Google Earth, and check out East Halton, see where I can fish there, because they reckon you can catch stills and that there. Never caught a sole. I want to catch a sole. If I catch a big enough one, I'd even take it home and eat it. Because back in the 70s, when Mum used to take me down to the Dereham market, East Dereham, they used to have a market. I believe it was on a Tuesday, I might be wrong, but Tuesday seemed to stick in my mind. And we used to go down there, and she'd buy me some clothes off the market stalls, if I needed some new jeans or something, or a top. And then she'd always get me a piece of fish that was normally smoked haddock. And I'm talking about a great big slab of smoked haddock, because fish didn't really used to be that expensive. It is now. It's like a premium meat, isn't it? It's ridiculous. And sometimes she'd get me a place, or I'd have soles. Used to get me lemon soles, they were. Don't know what the difference is between. I think a sole's a sole. I think Dover soles are down in Dover, lemon soles are everywhere. Unless I'm wrong, that's something I don't know. Matter of fact, when I go home, I shall. When you see this, I would have already Googled it, and I will know. But yeah, used to have soles as well. So yeah, would love to catch one of them. And I'd only take a big sole home if it was a big one. If it was in size, I still wouldn't take it home. It'd have to be oversized. It needs to be a good plateful. Anyhow, I'm not going to keep waffling, but I will do, you know me. So yeah, we're here. It's glorious weather. It's a glorious part of the night. And yes, there's no fish, but this is the first day out, leisure time, singular for me, which is quite selfish really, because I did say to the wife before I left the house, do you want to come? And she went, no, you're alright. So yeah, fishing's a selfish thing to do, isn't it, really, on your own, but you've got to do it, haven't you? You've got to do it. You have. I think everything I've done hobby-wise, I think has pretty much been a selfish, single-item thing to do. I used to play golf relentlessly, 7 days a week I used to play golf. When that golf bug bites you, that's all you do is golf, 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 and you can't see past it, you can't see through it, it's just golf. And then I saw the light, and just jacked it in, packed it in, got fed up with it. But I jumped then from golf to pass my motorbike test and riding around over to Germany and round Nürburgring and around the roads in England on my motorbike. I've had 2 motorbikes, I've had 4 motorbikes in total, and I've got a scooter as well, so still ride the scooter, but I've got to paint the petrol tank and sort the petrol tank out. So yeah, that's another selfish thing to do, isn't it? Because there's only me on the bike, you know, leave the wife at home, and then I took up fishing again. I just don't learn, do I? That's just selfish, but I asked the wife and she don't mind, so I think she's glad to get me out of the house, to be honest. So between now and the next time I go fishing, I shall get some more black lug from Doug. He digs it himself. He gets crabs as well. Well, you know, he doesn't personally get crabs, but he actually finds crabs and freezes them and stuff. So if he's got some crabs, I might get some of them, but I'll only have them if they're frozen, for freezing. I don't want to have them, so I've got to peel them myself. That's cruel. So yeah, I'll see what he's got, but you can easily come away spending 60 quid, can't you? I might get 10 packs of black lug off him if he's got 10 packs. He's reckoned he always got black lug, never runs out. So if that's the case, I might get 10 packs. If that's 40 quid, 45 quid. If he's got any crabs, I might get a couple of them, or whatever he sells them. If he sells them in freeze or something, I might get some of them as well, ready for when the smooth hound fishing start. Them rods, I keep thinking they're moving, but I don't think they are. So I'll be back in a bit when that fact, I'll leave you there for now. Look at that. Don't know if you're picking that up. That's an ad. Oh, Jimmy Willis has put a video up on YouTube. Go check him out. He's put a new video up 3 hours ago. He's caught a dogfish. No, ain't gonna go. Caught a dogfish, lucky bugger. That blue rod of mine keeps moving. I don't know whether I've got a fish on it or not. I think it's a very bouncy rod, that Shakespeare rod. That's the only thing that's wrong with it. It's perfect every other way. It's nice and long, you can get a good distance with it, especially if you're doing off the ground cast. But it just bounces in the wind a little. See, it went then, but I don't know whether it's a bite or not. If it is a bite and there's a fish on it, it'll just... If it's a flat fish, you need to leave them a little bit anyhow for them to sort of... I can't think of the word now. They've got to munch on it enough for it to get the hook in it. Well, I can't believe that. I can't believe that. Tom's uploaded my video. I said to you earlier on, didn't I? Tom had uploaded my video, and it's 4 hours now, and this is mainly, well, I'm talking to you, my people that watch my videos. I'm very appreciative of that, and I've got 685 views now in 4 hours. I can't believe that. That's the best. Yeah, look. Yeah, you're watching a video,
Got 11 cod, that's... You can't knock that, can you? 11 cod. Codlin, whatever. He said cod. That's a...
I keep getting that camera up my nose, don't I? I've got to stop that.
I mean, I'd be beside myself, not even be able to take one home. It'd be nice to catch one down there.
That was about the chap that was on the corner over there fishing and caught 11 cod, but no, hang on. Yeah, Well, I can't believe that. I'm saying now, thank you very much. My video's been up for 4 hours and I've got 685 views. And I've even got... My eyes ain't brilliant. I've even got 85 thumbs up. That's absolutely fantastic. I've got loads of comments to... well, I've got 7 comments to... or 8 comments. I've got, I think, a couple of comments on another video to answer, which I'll do tomorrow. But thank you very much. In the 4 hours since Tom has uploaded this video, which he finished editing today, I do believe. He started yesterday, finished editing it today. 685 views. I can't believe that. That's the best. That's another record for Verns Sea Fishing, that is. Thank you. I'm still watching my own video. You're watching a video of me watching my video. Let's get rid of that. So yeah, thanks a lot. Well, it's high tide now. Been high tide for 6 minutes. Well, perhaps there's nothing out there tonight. Over there. Tide's turned now. Right. So that's bait was fine on that, to be honest. It's not been touched. So that movement on that rod was just the slight little breeze that's left, and the fat lice dazzling is the slight little breeze that's out there. But there's nothing. If there's any crabs out there, they've even gone now. But tide has turned. It's probably about 10 minutes now since the tide has changed. It's slack water. Casted up now because it's going to be going out. I expect I've got another cast with one of them rods, and then I'll put it away, and then I'll just fish one rod. It'll probably be my blue one that I've just chucked out. And if I get something, I'll get something, don't I? It's been a nice night. It's been a relief to get out, really. I suppose I weren't too enthusiastic about coming, to be honest. A couple of things had jarred me off a little bit. I was tired because my alarm had gone off at 4 o'clock previous morning. Daughter come bombarding into the bedroom. I think I'd only been in bed for about half an hour because I'd woke up on the sofa watching YouTube and went to bed, and then she come bounding into the bedroom. Everyone jumps up, the wife nearly falls out of bed, thinking, what's up, what's up, what's up? And she's saying the bloody alarm's going off in the van. So I'm then hanging out my daughter's bedroom window, shouting out the window if there's anyone I know coming. Go downstairs, pull my kegs up, my trousers on, and get the rolling pin and go out to the bloody to my van. And there was no one there. I think there was a fly or something, because we'd gone out to fill up with fuel, because it's £1.4 now at Asda. So went to fill up with diesel, and I reckon we got a fly or something in the van, and obviously that was flying around, but I couldn't see a fly. But I did undo all the doors, leave it for 2 or 3 minutes, and closed it all up and set the alarm, and it was fine after that. Now look at this. See that movement on that rod? It's a little bit of breeze. You might pick it up on the microphone, I expect you are. See, it's going again. Anyhow, so yeah, sorted the van out, went back to bed, and then I was up again at 5:30, alarm going off. Listened to Piers Morgan for about 15 minutes, moaning and groaning about this, that and the other, and nothing positive to say, just everything's negative, and all he wants to do is catch the government out by saying gotcha. But that's another thing, isn't it? It's the first thing, that's the last thing I want to wake up to, but you want to watch the news, don't you? You want to know what's happening. So yeah, and then straight to work. So then this afternoon I fell asleep on the sofa, because obviously I was tired, and like I said earlier, I didn't get enthusiastic. I'd loaded the van up already, put all my gear in the van, and then started getting a little bit enthusiastic about going once I put the bait in me Tronics Pro bait bag. So really pleased to come. But it's only a short tide tonight. It's only I don't know if you picked that up, but look, it's not even come up there. Normally where that light is there moving about, that's lashing against there. It even goes 2 foot up it sometimes. But we've got all this, and then the seaweed. Don't particularly want to get snagged up. So but at least that's something, isn't it? The people that were in Bay 27, they've gone, buggered off. So obviously they never caught anything. I never saw them get anything out of there, pull anything out of the river. There was 3 of them fishing from that bay, 1 down below and 2 at the top. I don't think they had the heart in it, because the 2 at the top kept getting in the car, so they'd cast out and then sit in the car. There was only the chap that was down below that was actually fishing properly, and there's no movement. So I will come back to you in a bit. Said it again, didn't I? I will be back in a bit, and give you an update. I wouldn't hold your hopes out, but it's enough just to be here really, and it's enjoyable. It must be enjoyable because I keep repeating myself. But my back is aching. So anyhow, I'll be back in a bit. This rod air, this close rod air, let me get my head torch on. keeps moving. Now it's not doing that sort of biting, it's just real dainty. So there's either a small fish on it or there's crabs on that. I'm holding bottom. It's been absolutely fantastic here today. I'd just like to say, because this is the last time I'm gonna fire this camera up unless I get a fish. Well, it ain't, because I will fire up again because I've got a reel the last rod in, but I'm now going to reel in one of the rods and pack it away because it's tide's getting too low now. It's only a small tide, so I'm going to reel a rod in, pack it up and put it away, and I'll bring you back when I reel the last rod in, which there's something happening on it. It's been happening a while now, so if there's a flatfish on it or something, it'll set it on the hook, won't it? So but please subscribe to the channel, please ring the bell and select all on the free drop down menu bit. Click the all for the ring and the bell, because then you'll get notification on all my things. Please share the videos as well if you like this video and you subscribe, and if you're one of my subscribers and you watch this and you get this far, please share the video. I don't particularly know how to do it. I did it once, but I think that was a mistake. But yeah, please share the videos, because that'll just get it out there and it'll help the channel grow. And leave a comment, because I like having a chin wag with you. So right, let's get this rod reeled in now. Well, I didn't think I had anything on that one. Baits weren't touched, so it's just the way it is, isn't it? It's one of these nights. One of these nights where you get your hook caught up. I don't think I've got a spare pocket in there. Yeah, I have. Found this rig laying in the van, and I used it, sharpened the hooks and used it. I couldn't have put it away, just left it in the van. So that one's, next one goes there. And does it? There, that one. Right. Love this rod. This rod is really nice. It's I'm sure it was only 30-40 quid. Couldn't have been 19.99, but could have been. I didn't really Leader were cheap then, to be honest, and I only had fiberglass rod. This was my first carbon rod. And whenever I had people come with me, I always let them borrow this rod, because by then I had a better rod. I've got two Daiwas, and wish I hadn't let them use it now, and it got a little bit damaged, like. But it wears out, don't it? It's only a cheap rod. I don't think it's as cheap as what cheap rods are now. I think it's a good rod, to be honest. I like it. I won't be using it otherwise. Perfect for air to go dropping down that side in the river. I wish you could see more of a bite, sort of like really going down, bang, bang, bang. It'll probably just be the tide, to be honest. It'll probably be the tide, and but there. I'll just give it another 5 minutes, keep me on it, and well, it put the wind up me, that did. Letting steam out the chimney. So I'll be back in a bit. It's crabs, because there's no bait left on the bottom hook, and the second hook up, because it's a 3-hook flapper, the second hook up has not got a lot on it either, but the third hook has got quite a lot on it, so they've been eating away. So there, that's it. That's the fishing trip over. It's been a good one. It's been enjoyable. It's been a beautiful night. I've now got a car coming down here just when I'm finishing off with the video. So I'll just leave it here. It was only security. Yeah, nothing today. But there's crabs out there, because that's what's moving my rods. Is little pesky crabs. It's been a great night, like I said. It's been the weather has got better as the night's gone on. The wind has virtually died away. It's get in there. These new rig wallets are so bloody skimping on the bloody size of the wallet. It's unbelievable. Yeah, first moan of the night. Bloody new rig wallets. They no. Right, so that's it. It's all over now. I'll pack this rod away, pack my gear away, get it all sorted, ready, so I can, when I get them, I can bomb it all in the garage. Don't leave anything in the van overnight. And get in the shower, get into bed. And I think I have a can of lager as well. So thank you for watching this if you've got this far. I know I've done all the subscribing and stuff, but please subscribe and share it, that's the main thing, and ring the bell. Thanks a lot. I appreciate all of you that have subscribed, and I appreciate all of you that are viewing my videos. It's much appreciated. I can't believe people are watching and subscribing. I must be doing something right. I don't get it all right, but I do try my hardest. And it is I enjoy fishing, but it is a long journey all the time to fish. And you wouldn't do it if you didn't enjoy it, would you? Nice to catch a fish, but tonight hasn't been one of them nights. look at the weather. I know you can't see it, but it's absolutely glorious. Even the factory looks good. All them lights, that was the factory. Anyhow, see you soon. I shall be fishing on Sunday, I think, and I'll see you then. But you won't see me then, you'll see me in a few weeks' time. Thanks a lot, and all of you out there, stay safe. Trying to think of the new thing. What is it? No, Tommy, I have to cut that out, I'm too long. Anyhow, all of you, just stay safe, be vigilant, and keep your distance. And if anyone's coughing, run the other way. Get out of there, just run. See you later. Tom, I'm right up close like this because it's take 6. I ain't got my bloody board, mate. I'm ever so sorry. I'll tell you what I'll do. No, I can't. I can't even write chalk on because it'll disfigure everywhere and I'll be a graffitiist. So, Tom, I forgot it. I'm sorry. But then I forgot my scissors. I've forgotten my towels. I've forgotten my hand warmer. I've forgotten everything. And I've had no excuse because I've had 7 weeks to sort my box out. And I thought I had. But there, never mind. Anyhow, I'm back up top now.